Hello everyone, my name is Sweet and welcome back to Riders of Icarus. So today we're gonna do something quite different. Yes, you know it. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take a look at the legendary dungeons, which is something I should have covered a long time ago since they've been in game for a while now actually. But I'm gonna do it now. These are the highest form of dungeons you can go into. They are very difficult and they are like you have to have a really good party to even like stand a chance in there. They are there's just like with every dungeon in this game, there are 5 different levels. There is easy and then there's up to super hard, I think, or very hard. But I was lucky enough to get a chance to go in with my new guild, Imperium, which is part of the alliance called Immortal Fury. And Shizuki, my buddy, took me in and helped me get through these dungeons. And I would have sound on these dungeons, but I was talking to my friend Krabby most of the time, so I couldn't really do that because he talks a lot.
Frick. Yeah, I don't know what Shizuki is doing right now. He's... Don't worry about that, alright? But, archers. The skeletons, watch out for them. Like, if you see them or something, wait. Or, I don't know, if they hit you, like, they do, only really a tank can.
So I'm just gonna overlay something so you won't be able to hear the smacking in all of the clips, but you can still tell what's going on. So we're gonna take them all in a row. There are 3 legendary dungeons in game currently, if I'm not mistaken. There's probably gonna be more soon. But these dungeons are Lavalight Cave, Carlyon Manor, and Matrynn Mountain, Matrynn. Maybe just, I think it's just Matrynn, called Matrynn. Ruins of Matrynn. And the easiest one is Lavalight, then comes Carleon, and then comes Matrynn. So we're gonna take them in that order. So these are similar to the regular dungeon. If you don't know what a dungeon is, it's basically just this kind of place you go in. It's kind of like a challenge, almost like a small level that has different difficulties. Legendary is the hardest one. They drop a lot of good stuff. You go and you can get achievements. It's a really nice way to kind of grow in the game and get more powerful and such. But basically, the Lavalight legendary is the easiest one, but it's still incredibly hard. And I was murdered several times with my current gear. I would recommend that you have full legendary gear, or at least a lot of legendary. Like, you gotta have at least 5 or 6 pieces at least of legendary gear before you try to enter these things, and some really good seal familiars. It's really like, it's Major League Gaming. It's like the level 5 of the legendary dungeons are Major League. So I went in on level 1 because I'm still not strong enough to do the legendaries, but if we have like Major Gaming here, then that is probably here. Like, it is the pinnacle of gaming in this game. You're up there. It's the difficult part of the game. You're basically up there. We have the raid boss, Atius, and Trona, how do you pronounce that? Those are like the top, and then these legendary dungeons are on the higher levels. So I was really glad to get in there. It's really exciting. Lavalight is it was pretty cool. There was like a lot of new things, but still some that you remember from the previous dungeons. And the boss was brutal for me, at least. This was my very first legendary dungeon, if I may say so. So that you guys know that and you don't blame me for being terrible. And we did pretty okay. I mean, I did die a lot of times, but we did okay. Shizuki is like major tank. He knew what he was doing, and we got it done. And I'm glad he took me in there. It was really fun to do. And next we went to Carlyon Manor. I think that's how it's pronounced. That's how I'm gonna pronounce it, at least. Which is a little harder. It's a little more difficult, but still like the same idea. It's really cool to be in these dungeons for the very first time. They can get kind of repetitive once you get through them a bit, but you know, legendary for me first was really cool. I got Shizuki to bring me again, which is very nice. We did it just like straight in a row, and I just got in and went ahead and did these dungeons. Really difficult still. I did die a few times, but they're really cool. I really liked it. Still no Pegasus. We kind of went in there to try and tame the Pegasus, but there were none. But we still got a really good fight out of it, and the boss of Carleon is very cool to fight against. He's much more powerful than the other one, and he moves around. He has some really nasty attacks, so it makes it that much more difficult. But it was really cool to be fighting such a big beast, because you could just tell that people were slamming and they were just going at it like this. It's really, really fun to do, and I wish that I could do it some more, and I'm gonna try to, because it's a fun part of the game when you get up and you get up to the highest level, the highest gear. You can go ahead and do at the higher levels of these. And as you can see, I kept dying. I died a lot here because my magic defense and my health were just not strong enough to kind of stand up for this, and I wasn't really any use at all in these dungeons because it just kept dying like non-stop. Carlyon was very tough on me, but we did get it done. Did have a very good team, very good party. So luckily they carried me through these dungeons, and it was great.
Welcome, Silver. This is our chance. Look how big the freaking bag is, the pouch. Look how big the bag is, though. I feel like you can jump in it and like someone's gonna kidnap you. Like really, that's like for Santa's bag right there or something. That's freaking huge.
And eventually we go to Matryn, ruins of Matryn, and Shizuki decided to abandon me, so I had to find new friends that could help me out. But luckily I got some help from my fellow guild members. There's a very nice priest called Serana. I think it's pronounced like that. I could be killing it, Serana. I think she's a girl. I can't know. You can never know in this game because sometimes people pick different genders, but I'm gonna refer to her as a female. And she's a very skilled priest, and I'm really, really glad that she took the time to help me out with this, because I kind of needed to go Matryn so I can kind of show you guys all the dungeons. And we got a lot of other players to help us out too, and they expand the party so we could be 6 players in this dungeon, which was a big help. And as you can see, Serana also have Tigris, which is like the legendary dragon that is probably the hardest mount to get in game. Probably. I think that's pretty much it, and it's really, really cool. Beautiful, beautiful mount. I can only hope one day to be lucky enough to try to go for it, but it's really, really hard, but it's gorgeous. I really, really love it. But we got into the legendary dungeon, once again level 1, because I'm still just trying to feel what this is like. And Matryn was, I do believe Matryn was harder, but at this point I had gotten much better gear, but much better seals, and we had a bigger party, and my levels were slightly higher. So I actually had it was a lot easier. I had a better time with Matryn than with the other dungeons. We did really, really good. Maybe we just had better party members, I wouldn't know. But we really did pretty good, and I didn't die. I only died once or twice, I think. So I did pretty good. I was pretty proud of myself at this time, because I was so useless in the other dungeons. So it was nice to see that, okay, I had improved somehow, even though I still have a very long way to go. And the party was great. We had a lot of fun. We killed all of the bad guys, smashed their way. It was great to see what it looks like inside. The enemies still had that kind of aura, as you can see, and they were a lot more powerful, but we were so many, and we were just bounding together and just smacking the living stuffing out of them. So it was really fun. The legendary dungeon is a lot shorter than the heroic one, which is nice, but it's probably also because it's much more powerful. Like, you have to fight that much harder to get through it. But it's nice because normally this dungeon is so long, you have to run forever to get through it. But we got to the boss relatively quickly, and the boss is Shintan, Chieftain Shintan, which is this Yeti guy. And I was kind of scared, is he gonna be super tough, because Matryn is the toughest of the dungeons? But he was actually not, and then once again, it could be because I was higher level, or we had a very good party. I think maybe a bit of both, actually. I think it's a bit of both. Because we did fairly well. I did eventually die, but I stood up for a while. And that was pretty nice, that I didn't just die immediately with one hit. So it's really cool because it also just shows that if you bond together with fellow players, you can really accomplish much more than you can on your own. And though that can be hard at times to find people, it's very rewarding when you finally do it and you can go ahead and have fun with some people that really want to help and they want to have fun, and it's just like, you know, mutual understanding and playing together. It's really fun. And the legendary drops really good stuff. You have a chance of getting achievements, you have a chance of getting a recipe for gear that can improve you in game. They are really rewarding to do, and especially the higher levels like 5. I can only imagine how hard here a legendary 5 is gonna be, but the reward like that you would get from that, the drop, I like the drop of 1 is really impressive to me, so that would be crazy, and I hope one day I can do that. There's still a long way, but I'm trying my best to get there. But it was really fun to do. Very happy that Serana helped me, that all the other party members helped me. It was really fun, and I'm really glad that I joined this new guild, which opens up new opportunities for me and my fellow friends. So I just wanted to show you guys the legendary dungeons. I thought they are really cool and really fun to do, and I thought I want to cover them because I haven't talked about them yet, but they are really great. So I suggest that you try to make your way up to go into these and get a good group together, maybe join a guild, something. I really like them, and I think I have expressed that enough right now. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully I will see you in the next video. So long, fellow riders!